What about the nigga he owned all the subways and all that
He
shit?
bit man. He said that when we first met. That's the shit he got me with. He owned Subways and GameStops and all this shit. This nigga came up with a fake deed when we met. Talking about he owned a home in Calabasas.
Damn.
This nigga never owned shit. He don't got shit now. The Bentley and the Porsche that we had was in both of our. Like I told Wack then, when I got with Ken didn't have shit. I worked. That nigga bubbled off my check. Doing his little funky ass plays. That nigga ain't never wrote nothing and got no check. Just like when he did a little play with the NFT deal and got that, told them he knew Snoop and Drake and all this, and he was promising. I got the contract. Nigga done swindled 25,000, I think it was, out of it. Ain't produced shit. Didn't get them no deals with nothing. He tried to get them to deal with China, but then that fell through because she found out the nigga was a fucking and didn't have shit. It wasn't no real producer, no nothing. So that backfired. After that backfired, that's when he met Sharice at the fucking in Vegas at the that Real Side Chicks meeting or whatever. So when he realized she was just as goofy as him and wanted attention just like him, he was like, oh, bingo. And then there you go. Match made in heaven. Both lying. And niggas just giving these goofies a platform, which is just crazy to me. Like, damn, there ain't no better niggas to idolize? That shit is just don't make no sense. Like, huh? Like, so much. I'm just surprised, like, why you the only one that can pull up all his shit? The nigga got multiple warrants. The nigga's the police. What type of goes through IVF to have a child, begging me for a child for you? We have a child. What type of nigga calls the sets you up, first of all, sets you up, comes to the hospital where you are with your child, with the goofy broad that you do for 30 days, sets you up to fight, you beat the bitch up with your 6-month-old child in your arms, the nigga sucker punches you, he goes to jail because there was a restraining order. A month later, this nigga goes with this bitch to the courthouse and testifies to try to put me in jail and take my child. The child that he says isn't his. Then he tries to hire some high-powered attorney, or she does. Mark Wills Jr. got that receipt too. And then when the attorney finds out that the nigga's full of shit and lies and domestic, the attorney drops his ass. Like, this shit is public. I don't understand how nobody pulling fucking receipts. If I would have known the world was so gullible like this nigga, I would have been and came out and said I was Beyonce's sister. And been collecting checks. Because that's all this nigga doing.
He ain't produced nothing for no Beyonce. He said he produced
nothing.
Crazy.
Nothing. The nigga has never put in no work. He ain't never been from 60s. His father was. Like I said, you can ask any nigga from 60s. Has he went to the hood once or twice? Yes. To go visit and hang out? Nigga ain't never put in no work. Nigga ain't never did none of that. He only fights in a group of people. When have you ever seen him fight one-on-one?
Facts.
That nigga fought his oldest son, one-on-one and got knocked out. His son's like 22.
And his son knocked him
My
out?
stepson. Yes! Knocked this bitch ass out. Because the nigga's threatening kids. His homegirl was over at the house, at the house we shared, that I had already moved from. And the nigga talking about knocking the baby to the ground, so the son stepped to him. Cannon thought he, picking on people that he thought was younger, and got knocked the out. Then comes back and lays all the kids down with guns because the nigga got beat up.
Damn.
His brother spoke on this shit. How his son's doing better than him? Scholarships, college educated, because they weren't raised with that. But who sits there and like, nigga, come on, you can't say the nigga abandoned 6 fucking kids, 3 different wives, and got kids by all of them. He uses everybody. He used the first one, the second one, the third one, and now he on to, well, she's not married to him because we're still married, but you know.
So yeah, tell the people that he's still married to you, right?
Yes, we're still legally married. I filed for divorce in May of 2022, and I don't know if anybody knows, but in California, number one, there's a cooling off period, so you can't even proceed with the divorce until 6 months once you file. So I begged Cannon, listen, I just want a divorce, just set me free. The nigga wouldn't sign. I'm trying to figure out why. Like, what the fuck? So he made me wait the 6 months. So after the 6 months, then I had to find the nigga. The nigga was avoiding being served. So I had to hire a server to go fucking try to serve him, figure out where he was. This was before I didn't know where the old girl Goofy lived at the time. So I had to wait till he went to court for the domestic violence case. When he went to, I was working with the DA and asking her, you know, because I didn't testify. So I was beat so bad. He beat me at a hotel. I was beat so bad that I didn't press charges because there was witnesses and it was on camera. So they pressed charges because of how severe the injuries were. I went from a wheelchair to crutches. So when they pressed charges, they didn't need me to press charges, but I was trying to get out. And just like how all y'all, Cannon was big Billy badass and all that shit, that nigga had me thinking that too when we first met. Because just like y'all see, he had these little minions over here lying for him and doing all the same shit he doing to y'all. So when I tried to leave, I had to sneak and try to, you know, figure out shit how to get away from this nigga. Because this nigga crazy, just like setting up shit, the same thing. It just wasn't on a public level. This nigga was always setting you up for some shit. Whether it's to fight somebody or somebody's fighting or somebody's coming and shooting up the house because a play went wrong. It was always some bullshit with that nigga. Always. So you got to strategically try to figure out how to get especially when you know, I don't give a fuck. First of all, of course I'm fighting back, but let's just be real. You ain't whooping no nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I know after he already tried to and told me multiple times, like, you know what I'm saying? So once he went to court for our domestic violence case, I emailed the DA and told her, look, I'm trying to get this nigga. I don't want to go to court because I don't know who the nigga knows. And if he finds out I'm, you know, trying to get away, he gonna do something. So try to get the restraining for as many years as you can. And, you know what I'm saying? And get me here. So she did. And that's when I served in the divorce papers.
Yo, it's your boy DZ. Hit that subscribe button. You already know it's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Nah.